Hey everyone, it's Priscilla Fauntleroy from Fauntleroy Marketing Strategy. I hope this post time for summer finds everyone very well and you're doing very good. I just want to stop by. I just wanted to create this PowerPoint presentation for you and talk briefly about building your business on a budget. And the reason why I chose this topic today is because a lot of us want to start our home business. Let's face it, we're tired of getting up so early, tackling traffic, going to work, not being appreciated by our supervisor, and want something different, want that free time. If you're like me, you have small children or young children, and you want to spend time with them. I always wanted to be home when they walk in the door from school, and just be there to participate and support them in their time of development. And so I'm like one of those mothers, like a lot of you are, who are who was interested and starting a home business that would actually allow me to stay home and also allowed me to make extra income to pay off some bills. So I started studying, I started learning, and I started training, and got myself involved in different platforms to help me get a clear understanding of what I wanted to do. But what happened before all of that is that I only had a limited amount of income. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you are in that situation, whether you are single, mother, father, grandparents, or whatever. You want to start your business, but you have limited income. And you don't know where to start. And you don't know what to do. You don't know what to choose. And I'm not here to tell you what to choose, but I am here to show you give you some ideas on how you can start building your business today from scratch on a budget. And so that's what this presentation is about, learning how to build your business on a budget. So we're going to go ahead and get into the presentation. And my goals today is to give you a little bit about me, which I had already done, but a little more about my background, my expectation of this training, which I'd already done. I got ahead of myself. We're going to discuss exactly what I think is good about starting out a business and with limited income and building your business on a budget. What I also want to, there's a caveat to this, is I want you to understand that any business requires some type of income, some type of investment. And if you don't have any investment, this may not be for you. And so I don't want to deter you, but I just want you to understand that you have to be able to put up in order to grow up or to expand in your business. So I just want to put that caveat in right now so you understand that it is a business, and business does require funds. However, the way that I'm showing you how to do this, I'm showing you how to do it on a minimum funding budget. So hopefully you'll find some value in this and proceed. And if you all have any questions or any concerns, definitely don't hesitate to ask me or send me a text or email about your concern. I'd be more than happy to get back with you. And then after that, we're going to do a little small closing. I am not trying to hold you long. I know that if you're like me, as I mentioned earlier, your time is very valuable and you have a lot of things to do. So to sit and watch a presentation for an hour or 2 hours, you just don't have that time. And so I understand your time and I value your time. So I'm going to get into the subject and proceed on. Okay, as I said, I am Priscilla Fauntleroy, And if you want to get in touch with me, this is my website address. This is my website at www.priscilla.com. But you can also get in touch with me, and it will be at the end of this presentation at Priscilla at priscilla@priscillafauntleroy.com. As I mentioned, I have two young kids, Samuel and Ashley. They're 11 and 9. They love participating in stuff, and I don't want to hinder them from participating, and I did not want to hinder them. So I wanted to make myself available to them, my husband and I, and so I needed extra income to do things that I wanted to do, and not have to worry about dipping into different funds. And so that's the reason that I started my business, my home business, to try and generate income. But in the process of starting my home business, I ran into a lot of situations. I am the type of person, I love listening to webinars, I love listening to training, but I have a problem of implementing stuff. I had a problem implementing stuff. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I got distracted. And the reason I got distracted is because there was just so much training out there that my mind just became overwhelmed, that I was so involved in the training and trying to learn that I wasn't even doing anything in my business. And it hurt my business for a while. And a lot of stuff that I learned in the training, I was just afraid to implement it. So I pushed it aside and didn't do it until I had to change my mindset and start doing things little at a time. And in the process of doing things little at a time, I was able to start building my business. So that's me. I've been in home business for since 2014. I do have a full-time job. I still work my full-time job, and I still work my business part-time, and I still have enough time to spend time with my family. I'm not here sitting at my computer. I'm not spamming people. I'm just trying to give value as much as possible. And I'm hoping that at the end of this presentation, that what you've learned here, you will be able to go and implement. And I definitely come back because I'm going to have several presentations about building your business on a budget. This is just I call it my intro presentation, but it should help you and give you a clear understanding of how to build your business on a budget. So let's move on. The focus of this is creating a blog. Whoa, wait a minute, no, I can't write, can't do anything. Don't worry about it. Creating a blog is a very simple process. You just need to have the correct platform to do it. A lot of people use WordPress as their platform. They may use a particular different company to actually create those blogs, but most of those blogs are created as a WordPress platform. So, creating your blog, what is it that you need to do? And we're going to just discuss the different platforms that you can use, because I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm a little excited, so I think I need to follow my presentation. I sat here and created this thing, so I guess I should follow it, right? Well, what should you be doing? What type of platforms? As I mentioned, it's a WordPress platform. And what I'm going to do in the next couple bullets is give you 4 recommendations. Now, these are recommendations. I'm not saying that you have to use them, but after doing my research, I found that these particular 4 were the cheapest. One is a little more pricey, but not much. But you could get a lot done. And of course, you understand that once you get your blog set up, there are certain things you do. But of course, I'll talk about that in a different training. So one of the platforms you can use is WordPress directly. WordPress has a free plan for a business that you can don't have to pay anything. Of course, not paying anything, you're going to get the minimal WordPress platform blogging system, but it's cheap, and you can't. What's cheaper than zero? Nothing. But if you decided that you are interested in upgrading and getting more bang for your buck, you can go to the personal plan of WordPress, which is about $4. And they were just talking about, I was investigating that you can, for $25 a month, that you can have a WordPress platform to create your blog. Another one is Bluehost. At the time of this particular presentation that I'm doing, Bluehost startup is $7.99 a month. However, at the time, as I mentioned that I'm doing this blog, they have this great sale going on for $2.95 a month. And of course, you're paying for 12 months ahead of time. But, $3 times 12, that's $36 for the year. Even if you go about, say, $8 times 12, that's 84, right? $86, $96 for the year to create your blog. That is pretty cheap when you really think about it. And I really do want to emphasize here, because I'm going over these different blogging platforms, that I'm not trying to say how to build a business on zero amount of money. My goal is to get you to understand how to build a business on a budget. You could set a budget that this is how much you're able to spend a month, or this is how much you want to spend a year, and then work within that budget. And I'm thinking that the highs that I am aware of is probably about $100 a year for just one platform. That's not bad. Another one is SiteGround. SiteGround startup is $3.95 a month. That's 4 times 12, $36 a month. 4 times 12, $48, 46, yeah, $36 a month. Well, 3 times 12, so it's $48 for SiteGround, and Bluehost is $36. Okay, math was not one of my favorite subjects. And you got GoDaddy. GoDaddy can start up as low as $1, $2 a month, $24 a year. And then there's others that are out there also that you can use. But this is the range. To create a blog on a budget, I would say the minimum that you're going to spend is about $3 a month, $3 to $8 a month. And I don't think you should spend more than that. And they have, once you get that blog or decide whichever system that you're going to use, there's a whole bunch of free plugins you can use along with that. But this is all it takes to purchase a blog so you can start creating your own blog. And as I mentioned before, that you can build a functional blog under $100 a year. And on top of that, one thing to keep in mind is that once you get your blog, you're going to have to get a domain name. Everyone has to get a domain name. And whatever that domain name you choose, you want it to be catered to what you want to talk about in your blog. And that's very important. You don't want a blog that, a domain name that talks about, let's say, cutting grass or green thumb or greeneries or outdoor stuff, and then have a blog name about weight loss. The two don't go together at all. So you definitely want to sit down and think about that. And of course, we'll discuss that in a different, at a later time of this presentation. But as I mentioned, the domain name usually costs about $15. And the web hosting, which we discussed earlier, is about $7 to $12 a month. I said 2 to 8, but it's $7 to $12 a month. And it all depends on what you want to do. Okay? Now, what should you do first to get your blog set up? And so I want to go over a few things that you can do to get your blog set up. I don't want to, I have a whole bunch of lists down here. And as I said, that I value your time. So I'm going to skip over a few of them. And of course, if you want to read about them more, you can also go to my blog at www.priscillafauntleroy.com. Okay, first thing you want to do when you create your blog, to get your blog set up, you want to identify the keywords and key phrases that were targeted prospects that you're looking for. So, for example, if you're looking for prospects dealing with weight loss, your keywords could be weight loss, lose weight, key phrases, lose weight, how to lose weight, food to eat, so many other things. I'm just coming up with nothing right now, but so many other things that you can use as a keyword. My recommendation is to use your search engine and put in your blog domain and find out, if you go all the way down to the bottom, find out what keywords come up in that. Of course, you can also go to Google keyword search, and they can give you some great keyword search also. But also keep in mind that a lot of the major keyword search cost a lot, and you may not want to be going in that direction. And since you're on a budget, you want to stay as low as possible. But with a blog, you can kick those keywords into your keyword section and let Google or any search engine find your blog with those keywords. Now, I want you to think, as I mentioned earlier, I keep getting ahead of myself. Think about what's new in your company and to discuss. Okay? Now, there's a lot of things that you need to take in consideration when you're doing your blog. And one of them is to really focus on how you want to present your blog. What do you want to discuss in your blog? And once you decide what you want to discuss, you can move forward from there. But really think about it, because you want to make sure that those keywords that you use that I mentioned earlier are implemented in your discussion. And that's what helps the search engine to find exactly what you're looking for. So really think about what's your new company and what you want to discuss, okay? And think about what is happening in your life that may be of interest to another. This is very important in setting up your blog for the simple fact that it sort of keep you on track. As I mentioned earlier, I get distracted a lot. I feel that I do have adult ADHD because I could be working on something, and in the middle of working on something, I immediately go somewhere else, start doing something else. Then I go back to what I was working on. And so that's what you want to think about, what's happening in your life, and you want to keep that blog catered towards all of that information. Yes, sometimes you can deviate from it, but sometimes we recommend that you don't. Okay? And you want to think about the stories and the movies that you've seen. And it's like, well, most movies may not even cater towards my blog. They may not. But what I've done in the past is I've taken a movie and I've taken a plot from the movie, a particular segment from the movie or stories that I'm reading, and I try to apply that to what I'm writing about. It may be off slightly, but there are words that you can use to tie it in. And so you do definitely want to think in that direction. Okay? Um, this is all dealing with setting up your blog. You want to think about major headlines that keep popping up at this particular time. We have the Kilauea, the hurricane, the volcano that's continuously rupturing. We have so many things in dealing with sports. We have so many political things going on. We're now in this Me Too era where things are happening and people are jumping on the bandwagon to say that it's happened to me. You have so many things. You can look at your kids' sports games, whatever's going on television, and just major things that pops up in your mind in headlines on television and newspaper. How many people really read the newspaper lately? I remember deviating for a while that there used to be a guy on my way to work, and he would be out there selling newspaper on the street, and most of his paper would be gone by the time I get there. And lately, it seems like he's have a stack of paper because a lot of people are online reading stuff. And so you're online reading stuff continuously. What are those major headlines that are happening? If you go to Twitter, if you look to the left side, you'll see what most people are tweeting about. They have a hashtag something. They have like 10 most hashtag tweets that are happening for the day. That is good. And I know I say you stay away from political or religious stuff, but if there's something good happening, something that one of the legislators or congressmen or mayor or governor is doing, I think it's okay to talk about that in a positive manner. But if it's something negative, because everyone do have their opinion, everyone does. So you don't want to go in directions where everyone, so many negative things are happening. Okay? So, think about what interests you, review discussions from forums, and think about training that you have when you're setting up your blog. Also think about books you're reading, movies you're seeing, I had mentioned, and posts, as I mentioned, the Twitter hashtags or Facebook posts that addresses your topic. Now, when you have decided on all of those things, and they don't have to be all, I say all, you can use some of the things to start setting up your blog. You want to ask yourself a few questions. And let's just go over a couple of them. Like I said, if you want to read more about it, you can actually go to my website at PriscillaFontlover.com. So, what questions should you be asking when you're setting up your blog? And one of them is the big question is, what's in this blog that's wrong, what I've written. What you want to ask is, what's in this blog that would draw people's attention? Or, this could be written right, what's in this blog, if you're reading someone else's blog, or someone else's post or whatever, that drew your attention to it. If you want to think about that, and that's how you want to start writing your blog, as in what draws someone's attention to you. What can you say that really makes someone stop and start reading? And think about when you were reading the person's blog, how did the headline make you feel? What stood out? What emotion did you get, if you got any? And how did it make you feel when you read that particular headline? And what part of the article stood out? As it says should out, but that should be stood out. And what discussions in the article did you feel emotions, and what type of emotions did you feel? And is this article something that you want to share with others, and ask yourself why. And when you think about that, think about yourself. As you write this, what articles that you read that you would hit the share button? What interests you about those particular articles? And then you want to start catering your articles or your posts similarly. If it's about weight loss and you've seen some great results from weight loss, particularly with yourself or with someone you're very familiar with. A lot of people are very interested in seeing weight loss in others. So what can you do? What can you write about if it's weight loss? If it's about vacationings or vacation trips, what can you write about that someone else wrote about that could tweak your interest? Really think about those questions when you're setting up your blog and ready to go. Okay? And make sure those questions address the why. Why should someone read this blog? Why should I write this blog? Why? And the reason why I say that is because depending on the category, depends on the emotion that develops within others. And you want to write from your heart. You want to write from your heart. Prime example, I've been writing a few blogs. I wrote several blogs. I can tell those blogs that would do good versus those blogs that would not do good. Only because when I start writing, I develop this emotional stuff going inside, and it's like I'm writing from the heart. Now there are some times where I'm writing, and I'm writing just to show something, and I know it's not from the heart, and it's not my best writing, and so I can tell when, well, this blog's not going to get as many, even though I try to write for the masses. I know sometimes I could have done better in a particular blog, but I decided to go in a different direction. So that is definitely things you want to think about. You want to write towards a person's emotions. Even if it's about a training that's going on or a training that you've taken, how that training affected you, what happened in that training that you really want to share with others. If it's anything that you want to share with others, put it in your blog, write it down. And I promise you, because of how you're feeling at that time, you will be amazed at how much emotions overflows in your blog. Okay? Now, as I mentioned before, that if you wanted to know more about about building your blog on a budget, I put the address right here for you, the website address for you to go and read more about it. So, what I want to talk to you about now is understanding your platform that you're using, and a platform that I use also that has helped me with my blog. I spoke earlier about using WordPress, Bluehost, SiteGround, and GoDaddy as blog platforms. But there's a lot of other things that you can use to incorporate in your business that will really speed your business up 10 times, not only just with a blog. You do want to get some training in. You do want to understand what you're writing about, what you're speaking about. You don't want to go out willy-nilly and just do something just to be doing it. You need to understand what's going on, how to do things. And I consider myself well learned. And what I know, I have no problems of sharing with others. I would not say I'm an expert in showing everyone how to do everything. I'm not. I'm staying in my lane and teaching you what I've learned, teaching you what was helped me. And what's helped me was a learning platform that I became involved in and started diving into the training and did get and building my business opportunity. Okay, because this platform has so much intel, so much that is just I won't be able to explain it on here, but I believe this platform will help you to achieve your goal. It is up to you. You don't have to use this platform, but it's something that I'm recommending that you can. But if not, I do recommend that you get the WordPress blog. But in this platform also is the WordPress blog included. In this platform, we have weekly lead generation training. We have so many people that are just excelling in their home business, and they got so much to teach you. And we have so much to teach you that we have weekly training on just about anything out there in the marketing industry to help you learn your business. Within the platform, we have a lot of educational. It talks about how you should start your business. What is your mindset? It goes into attraction marketing. It goes into all of that. But if you're unable to get into it, it's okay. I just want to introduce you to this platform, and then you can proceed from there if you want to, okay? And in this platform, and I need to erase that because it's no longer 100% per profits. Ooh, another typo. But you do get that off a lot of the products. And it's something to think about. If you want to learn about building your list, it's all on this platform. If you want to learn about webinars, it's all on this platform. If you have a Facebook account and you don't understand what you need to do to create a Facebook ad, it's all in this platform. If you have a Twitter account and you just don't know how to handle it, it's all on this platform. Periscope, Snapchat, everything you can think about, it's all on this platform. And so what will you get if you sign up today on this platform? As I mentioned before, you get live weekly generation training. You get full-blown funnel and website creator. Whoa. Professional WordPress-based blogging platform. You get a world-class CRM. CRM is a customer relation management tool. A place to keep everyone your customers, your people that are in your downline, all that information in a management tool. Everything's set up where you can actually email from that management tool. So much. You have automation in this new platform. And you have affiliate products that pay at 100%. Really, it's 50% now, and I'm going to change that. And everything else you require to build your business, to build you, to build your brand, and to build your dreams. Now, in addition to the platform, what you get is a one-on-one coaching with me, 1 hour of one-on-one coaching within the system itself. I'm going to walk you through the system to show you how to get it all set up, where even within the system, it's like a second residual income that is coming in, aside from your job as a whole. And you get a whole bunch of marketing strategies that I'll work with you about. And you get a back office set up, ready to start and recruit people in your business. And last but not least, you get value. Now closing. You must become a leader and provide value if you want to get paid as a home business professional. The system is the cutting-edge solution engineered to force you to step up in leadership role and provide value. You're afraid, you're not sure what you can do. This system will give you step-by-step instruction on how you can start making money within 24 hours. And I want to thank you all for all that you, for those who stood to the end of this training. I stutter over myself a couple of times. I forgot to do an update on my system, a couple of minor things I noticed that I needed to go back and update. But I wanted to get this out to you about building your business on a budget, only because I understand how hard it is when you have minimal income coming in and you don't have income to build a big business, thousands of dollars. My goal is to show you how you can build something under $500 a year, and then using that particular system to increase your business, to enhance your lead generation, to help you succeed in all that you do. And so I hope that you enjoy this particular presentation. As I mentioned before, my name is Priscilla Fauntleroy, and I am a part of Fauntleroy Marketing Strategy. Here's my address, email address. Here's my website. Here's my phone number if you want to reach me. And remember, I just talked about the all-in-one system. Here's the link to the all-in-one system. It's up to you what you want to do. Either way, you still can build your business on a budget. So I'm going to sign off in a few minutes. But if you need help with anything, as I said, you have my contact information here. I am going to put it within the information section below, and you can always just click there and reach out to me. I hope you enjoyed this particular presentation, and I thank you for this and for giving me an opportunity to talk with you about it. Have a pleasant day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.